Sean Dyche is officially the new manager of Nottingham Forest. After Nuno's sacking and now Ange Postecoglou's, Dyche is the next man to hopefully lead Forest to the heights they reached last season. Hello and welcome back to INMR, where today I'm breaking down Sean Dyche's tactics and how they align with the success that Nuno brought, as well as how certain players are going to fit into his tactical system. We'll look at how his 4-4-2 system works and how his old school approach to football might be exactly what Nottingham Forest need. It's been a season of chaos at the City Ground, and most recently, Ange Postecoglou lasted just 39 days in charge, after trying to turn Nottingham Forest into a possession-dominant side overnight. Under Nuno last season, Forest averaged 41% possession per match, relying on quick counters and compact defending. Under Postecoglou, that jumped to 55%, but the team looked lost, with no structure off the ball and no identity with it. So, Dyche's appointment isn't just about sentiment or his Forest Academy roots, it's about bringing back the identity that Forest had last season under Nuno. It's about restoring control, not through possession, but discipline. Sean Dyche has built his reputation on doing the simple things well. He's not like your Roberto De Zerbi's. At Burnley and Everton, his teams were built around clarity and structure. His standard setup was a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1, with a compact mid-block, fullbacks sitting narrow, and strikers leading the press. His philosophy is simple. Without the ball, make the pitch as small as possible, and when you've got it, stretch it vertically. Dyche once said that hard work brings the team an edge. You don't have to play the modern way in order to win games. And at Burnley, it worked. They got 2 promotions and Europa League qualification despite having one of the smallest budgets in the Premier League. At Everton, the mission was survival, and he achieved that twice. But during that time, his team's average possession was just 39%. Dyche Ball doesn't care about ball retention, it's about efficiency when you do have it. So let's break down the key pillars of Dyche's tactics and how that might translate into the Forest setup. First up, shape and defensive solidity. Dyche's teams defend in 2 rigid banks of 4. The midfield line drops close to defence, forcing opponents into the wide areas. The goal there is to protect central zones and win the first or second ball. He uses what's known as a narrow block, meaning that the wide midfielders tuck in, leaving a lot of space on the wings, but none in those central areas. That does suit Forest's current profile, where players like Ola Aina and Moreno can provide that energy and ball-winning presence, while defenders like Milenkovic and Murillo can thrive in aerial duels and tight defensive spaces. Despite his reputation for sitting deep, Dyche's sides actually press more aggressively than you might think. At Everton, his sides recorded higher PPDA numbers than Nuno's team at Forest, meaning that they waited around less before challenging for the ball. Dyche instructs his forwards to press via triggers, usually when the opposition centre-backs receive the ball facing their own goal. His second striker operates in the half space, ready to pounce on loose balls or press from behind. In my opinion, that role could be perfect for someone like Morgan Gibbs-White. His ability to cover ground, win the ball high, and link play makes him the natural fit for that shadow striker role in Dyche's setup. When Dyche's team win the ball, there's no recycling. It's all about being direct. The objective is simple: move the ball vertically before the opposition can reset. Dyche likes to call this attacking from chaos. At Everton, the long pass was a weapon. Goalkeepers and centre-backs would look for early diagonals to target men such as Dominic Calvert-Lewin. At Forest, that will likely mean using strikers like Chris Wood and Taiwo Awoniyi as the focal points. Not to lump aimless balls forward, but to win territory and create second ball opportunities for the likes of Hutchinson and Morgan Gibbs-White. So you can expect Forest's passing map to become more vertical, their shot locations closer to goal, and their tempo faster when they counter. Dyche's football has always prioritised marginal gains. Burnley consistently ranked among the top 5 in the Premier League for set-piece goals during his tenure. Forest already have height in their ranks, and under Dyche, you can expect rehearsed routines and crowding in the 6-yard box. He often places one striker to attack the near post, another to disrupt at the back, while midfielders arrive late for knockdowns. Simple, brutal, but effective. So why does it fit Forest right now? Forest aren't really in a position at the moment to chase ideology. They need results, and fast. And Dyche's football, while not pretty, does deliver results. Marinakis has sacked 2 managers already this season. Postecoglou's experiment with possession failed greatly because the squad was built for direct play. Players like Chris Wood and Ryan Yates struggled in a possession-dominant system, but thrived under Nuno's transitional style. Dyche's arrival means a return to that blueprint where those kinds of players succeeded, and it may be even more extreme this time round. He'll concede even more possession than Nuno did, but with even more aggression when pressing and more defined defensive distances. This suits Forest's counter-attacking threats, and it also suits individual personnel. The challenge will be converting chances. Dyche's Everton did struggle to score goals. A shot conversion rate of 7%, similar to Forest this season, who've got 5.4%. So if Forest can't finish their chances, no tactical shape will save them. The risks of Dyche ball are that he needs the players to buy into the system. Players need to accept limited possession, repetitive drills, and a lot of tactical discipline. At Everton, when the results dipped, the fans turned on the style of play very quickly. Forest supporters are patient, but only if they see purpose. The risk for Marinakis isn't that Dyche will fail tactically, it's that he'll be judged emotionally. Pragmatic football only works when the results do too. Sean Dyche isn't going to promise pretty football, but he will promise purpose. In a league obsessed with positional play, Dyche remains an outlier. Compact shape, clear roles, and the belief that you don't need the ball all the time in order to win games. At Forest, that approach could be exactly what they need to stabilise a side that has lost its way. If Dyche gets the players and the fans to buy in, Forest will begin to look organised, direct and hard to beat again. And for a team currently sitting 18th in the Premier League, that's all that matters right now. So what do you think? Will Sean Dyche be a success at Forest, or will Marinakis sack him in a month too? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others that you can go and listen to. For more content, be sure to check out my website. That's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there, you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates, and so much more. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on X and Instagram, so you can follow me on both of those platforms for even more daily football content. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.